Hi, and welcome to the Golden Age Report. Before we get started with today's show, we want to quickly update our NATO alliance chart here to make sure we capture the little maneuver by Poland that failed. We went ahead and moved them to 3 stars, and we noted their little action there. We definitely don't want to forget about that. So first we're going to start off by talking about the circus that shows up in Kiev, and that'll be followed by the frontline updates in Ukraine, and then we got Russia reloading hypersonic. And then we're going to go to the U.S. and talk about these possible mercenaries that are headed to Bakhmut. Talks of peace triggers the UK Circuits Act to show up in Kiev again. The UK is promising 125 more anti-aircraft guns to defeat Russia. They are probably thinking this will be effective against the cheap Iranian drones. It seems these leaders are always chasing their tail, though. They didn't get the memo that Russia has locked and loaded their latest hypersonic missiles. They are bringing in popular World War II guns just at the time Russia is about to unleash a Mach 20 hypersonic assault. I'm not a military expert, but this doesn't seem likely to be very helpful moving forward. These guys are always a step behind. Meanwhile, back at home, London is sounding the alarm. The black market weapons that leaked during the arms package delivered to Kiev apparently are in town now. Right when the surveillance systems turn off due to blackouts, the criminal terror assault is apparently scheduled to begin. In case you guys missed it, Zelensky gave a speech to his troops for hanging in there and continuing to take artillery fire. We lost track of the Azovs when they were last spotted prodding troops forward into one of the Kherson death traps. I'm wondering if they've moved on now and are ensuring the green troops move forward with Zelensky's latest plan. Zelensky is obviously frustrated from the gift he was hand-delivered from General Armageddon. Yet we're hearing the evacuation from Kherson is imminent, if it's not already underway. We heard that they attempted a third river crossing boat with the same disastrous result. Zelensky is embarrassingly predictable. Once again, he's taking his frustrations out on the nuclear power plant. I guess he doesn't realize that the cat is out of the bag on his false narrative routine. Once again, Putin has to bring it to the UN's attention. Hopefully they'll do the honorable thing this time and start restoring their crumbling credibility. We are hearing that Zelensky is trying to use the plant as a bargaining chip, where they end up keeping possession of the plant as a part of the deal. No way does Putin let the barbarian state control what would become a future dirty bomb factory. Sounds like Zelensky is in calls with Macron. I'm guessing they're trying to work out a deal with the Russians. The NATO chief once again stated that the Russian military should not be underestimated. He's coming out with this weak narrative around the Russians weaponizing energy. He's forgetting about the coordinated economic warfare launched on the Russian people. On another front, Zelensky sent over his SMB Gestapo to Odessa. He needed to take care of this unrest breaking out. If he doesn't stomp this out pronto, soon everyone will be demanding life essentials. Former Japan PM made a statement of his disapproval in the way Western media was teaming up with Mr. Green Screen Man of the Year while his people suffer. Once again, I think the shift is on, and we're going to continue to see a reversal towards sanity. All we are hearing out of Russia is the reloading of the front lines with fresh, upgraded ammo. Putin had stated that they hadn't even started a while back. Seems like they're started now. Also, we keep hearing that the restock of rockets are of a new hypersonic variety. It is about time for the Chechens to start reappearing from their extended rest. Are there another wave of fresh call-ups coming? We hear that Belarus is supposed to be fully trained as well now. As far as this brute force push to Crimea, it sounds like that plan is in jeopardy also. We are hearing that Russia has relocated citizens in Melitopol in anticipation. It's also thought to be fully stocked with modern weapons and fortified. One other thing that is thought to be worrying the West is that it might be time for that next Iranian drone shipment to start showing up. It's thought that Russia has ordered hundreds of these guys. This is the Shihad 133 UAV, and it's supposed to be a copycat of the Israeli Hermes 200. This one has a couple of bombs. The U.S. has warned Zelensky that it's time to cool out, so we'll see what he does. We heard the rumor that Putin loves having Zelensky at the wheel as long as this war continues. Here is an updated Western sources map. It looks like the West has identified that there is a lot more Russian troops in the area. Yesterday we looked at the Kherson area, and it looks like there's a lot more troops in this area, and especially over here in this area. Perhaps this is why it's become an area that can't be sustained. In the Donetsk region, the battle for Mariinka continues. Russia continues to take block by block, day by day. It's thought that when Mariinka falls, the whole front could collapse. In the southern Donetsk, the Russians are also pushing hard. The Western sources map wasn't updated, so we've highlighted in yellow other areas that the Russians have recently captured. The red arrow indicates here that the Russians are pushing hard to the road, and then it's thought that they're going to push eastward a bit and then try to circle Volodar, which is considered a critical city in the region that's very hard to capture. Even if the Donald's personality rubbed you the wrong way, you've got to miss the seeker of peace overseas. After a series of provocations by the West over the past few months, the latest is this B-1 bomber exercise by the U.S. Putin had tried to calm things down between the North and the South previously. Unfortunately, this latest exhibition has Kim Jung-Un threatening to launch his latest ICB missiles. That missile could reach the West Coast. Coincidentally, the U.S. and Canada is scrambling to upgrade their NORAD early warning system. Shouldn't they have thought about this issue before? Seems like Russia may have secured the artillery that North Korea was expected to send. Last night's extremely heavy artillery bombardment by Russia is all we're hearing about. Let's recall that Biden begged Xi Jinping to cool down the war machine right before the midterms. Now we're back on the path of escalation of tensions with China. Are we finding that China is helping Russia's war effort, or was this just some midterm stunt? We are also hearing that the U.S.'s Middle East think tank is horrified about the recent Middle East pivot to China. We definitely need to follow this one closely. On another topic, we are hearing rumors that the U.S. mercenaries are on their way to fight the Wagner Group in Bakhmut. The Bakhmut battle has been going on forever. Zelensky has been pumping an endless line of green reserves to slow down the feared Wagner Group. Might this be bad timing for the U.S. mercenaries to show up, though? Isn't it about time for Wagner to release the prisoners on their stormtrooper mission? Meanwhile, back at home, Musk continues to push the envelope on Twitter as he posts a couple of memes yesterday. He's been trying to lure Trump to get back on Twitter. The first tweet indicated that Trump was likened to a middle-aged lady trying to quit her pain med addiction. The second one, well, you should take a look at that one yourself. We're trying to avoid getting a strike today. Well, I think that's going to do it for today's show. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and pound that like button. There's going to be a lot more coming. We're just getting started.